Hi and welcome to the Unisa CSET podcast. It's a platform where we talk all things science, engineering and technology at Unisa. As you know, we're still in Women's Month, and as part of our Women's Month series, today we are joined by Professor Tebogo Mashifana. She comes from the Department of Chemical and Materials Engineering. Welcome, Prof.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nazifo.
Thanks for coming. Prof, you recently joined us here in the college, but if I recall, you're not a stranger to the college. We've seen you coming or forming part of the EXA delegation. For those that don't know, EXA is the Engineering Council of South Africa. So you were a prominent feature there within the EXA delegation during our program reviews.
Yes.
Can you let us in on what your role at EXA was or still is?
So the Engineering Council of South Africa, as you know, that it is one of the engineering organization that really does, one of the things that they do is accreditations for the engineering programs in South Africa.
Yes.
So during the time when I was here, I think it was more than once, twice, if I'm not mistaken. In one of the accreditation, I was a team member, and there was a time when I was also leading the team of the discipline that we were visiting for that particular program or programs. So I do not work for EXA, but I do serve the organization in many there are different areas where I serve at EXA. One is accreditation that we have spoken about.
Yes.
I also serve to review qualifications, to conduct interviews for people that are applying for EXA registrations, for their professional registrations and so forth.
Yeah. So I guess it's a win for us as a college to have you coming with those expertise. Now you are one of our professors within chemical engineering. So then, Prof, you've sort of touched a bit on your other external roles, but at UNISA specifically, what is your involvement within the university and college?
So I am a professor within the Department of Chemical and Materials Engineering.
Yep.
I still get it wrong, but I'll get used to it. So basically, I am a teacher. I am also a researcher. My research is in the space of circular economy. Circular economy, anything waste excites me because I see value in that. So what people see as waste, I actually see wealth because the research that I'm doing provides me with the opportunity to transform that waste to value-add products. And for the past, I would say, more than a decade now, I've been working on developing value-added products entirely from waste, products that can be used for different applications, such as in building and constructions. So we have prototypes that we have developed using 100% waste, and we can now turn that waste to value-add products and build houses from such waste.
Wow, no, that's interesting. To know that you're sort of closing the whole cycle, that nothing ever goes to waste.
Definitely.
And then now, as a prominent woman within the engineering space, was it something that you always wanted to do growing up, or how did you end up in the space and excelling as you are?
I always say that I never saw myself being, especially in academia, because I'm from Limpopo, and I always share this, that I'll always refer myself as a girl from Limpopo.
Yes.
So I'm from a small village called Sihlakwana in Limpopo, and one of those villages, or I think the bringing up where I did not have opportunities, your career guidance opportunities. But one thing that really made me to even decide to get to where I am today is a picture that I had as a young girl. A picture that I had, one was seeing myself in a laboratory with a lab coat, wearing a lab coat, working with chemicals. So that is a picture that, even though I did not really knew what is it that I wanted to do or even study, that picture is the one that when I went to the university, I actually chose chemical engineering because of chemical. So I thought it was chemicals. But so that is really how I started my career in chemical engineering. But really to be where I am, especially in terms of the research that I'm currently doing in circular economy, it was an exposure to a mine. I used to work as a metallurgist some years ago. And that exposure where I saw gold mine tailings, really, I think that planted something in me. I was concerned about the environment. And because I was so concerned about in the environment, I just wanted to find solutions to solve that problems. And hence, I really started for my master's, PhD, and where I am today.
Wow. So then that picture that you say you had of yourself being in a lab coat, did you see someone maybe in the village or
Not
somewhere?
even.
Yeah.
Not even. No, like I'm saying that we never have such opportunities. But I don't even know where that picture came from.
Yeah.
But I just saw myself in that with chemicals, and that picture was just imprinted in my mind and my heart.
No, thank you so much, Prof. That's interesting. You're reminding me also of our time when we were starting out within the sciences, where the most exciting part was wearing the lab coat.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever was going to happen in the lab, it didn't matter. But being in the lab coat, it just did something to someone's character. So now when you reflect on your own journey, what would you say have been instrumental tools that have contributed to what you are today? What can you share with us that...
I think that the first thing, and I will really take it back to when I was an undergraduate student, just understanding where you come from. And not forgetting that, especially a young girl from Limpopo, you are like, for the first time, you are seeing the city of Johannesburg, all these big buildings. You can somehow, that can absorb you, and you actually even forget why you came to the city or the big city of gold. So for me, I would say that from that young age is really just remembering where I come from. I did not start off my career very well. We did not, my parents did not have funds to fund my studies. And so that alone to say that no, I was funded throughout my career. I got bursaries for my undergraduate, but I had to excel academically for me to actually get that. So, and because of the struggles that I understood that my parents really are struggling to even keep me here, I knew that I was not I was not going to afford forgetting where I come from. And I had to really achieve the goal. And I think really along my way, there are people that lifted me as they were rising. There are people that mentioned my name in rooms that I was not even supposed to be there and all of those things. Rooms that I was not occupying, people mention my names. Most of the opportunities that I got, it is really someone recommending me, someone saying that, can you please lift up your hand to serve in this role and that. So I think really it is a community of people that have assisted me, carried me along, which is also one of the things that I think all of that, and also my experiences of where I come from, I would also be honest to say that at the beginning of my career, I did not have such support. And that is really one thing that also somehow pushed me to be there to other people. So mentorship is what I do. I do that for the generation that is really coming after us, to say that, especially for the women that are in my close cycle, they know that there are so many other challenges that they will never have to go through, because I have gone through them and I have conquered those.
Absolutely. No, that's beautiful. And I like how you already touch on this mentorship aspect, that because you also had people that mentioned you in those rooms and where you were not there, now it's your turn to plow it back. And as females or as women, to lift each other up, because there's always that thing that where women are tried to be pinned against each other. But the fact that, you are seeing beyond that and saying, no, let's all rise. Yes. No, thank you very much for that. And now, can you let us in on how you balance work and life? What works for you? How do you keep both aspects afloat and not sinking or being drowned by one?
The issue of work-life balance, there's one thing that, there was a program that I attended. It was a women leadership program, women development leadership program. And one of the mentors, they said something that I think that remained with me even like today. It made sense then, it makes sense to me today. To say that, work-life balance, that thing does not exist. Because literally when I came in here, I told you that my day-to-day is a movie-like day. So how do you call that balance? And one thing that that woman said was that, you know what is important, do what is important, do what matters. And if it works for you and your family, then it's okay. So yes, I'm many other things, researcher, teacher, and then. But I'm also a mother, I'm also a wife. And I think, I don't want to call it balancing, but it's really about getting to a point where you understand what is it that is important
Yep.
to you and your family. What is it that should be a priority, and
Yeah.
do not compromise on that. When you know that, okay, now it is time for me to really close that laptop, and no one is, so I think for the past 3 years, I used to say that if no one is dying and it's my time to rest, I am
Yes.
definitely going to rest.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so it is really that to say that the other important thing is also to understand that as a human being, also really with wearing so many hats, you need to take care of yourself, or else this body one day will just give up on you.
Absolutely.
So yes, you see me, I'm tired today, Monday to Friday, look, let's run, let's sweat. But come weekend, I
Yeah.
really recharge, and so that I ensure that Monday I'm ready again to start again, you know.
And that's a very honest response. Thanks for sharing, because it leads me to my next question to say, in moments where you are feeling very down and out,
yeah.
what do you do to fill up your cup and show up again, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so maybe I will start by saying, so one thing is that somehow I discovered that me serving others, it does refill my cup.
I see.
So that is one thing. And I'm also a Christian. So I'm very connected with my God.
Yes.
So that is the very first thing. That is where I really get my strength. That is where I really, really recharge. But after I have done that, I've actually seen that, look, no matter how tired I am, like even now, if someone can come in here and say, please come and speak to the learners, or come in,
Yes.
for whatever reason, I'll get the energy to do that.
Yeah.
So for years, that has been that every single time I served humanity, or I do something for the betterment of humanity, that somehow I found myself fulfilled. And that is how my cup gets fulfilled. There's a scripture that says that he that waters others, them too shall be watered.
Yes.
So like literally that is my life. I see that as I water others, I don't know, I keep being watered, and I also get fulfilled in my own journey of becoming.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. And then, Prof, let's also touch on this. I mean, even looking at you today, this concept or juxtaposition between beauty and professionalism, because a lot of women have found that, you know, you rather come in your simplest form, or even be scared to even put on lipstick or makeup because of fear that if I show up in this way, I won't be taken seriously within my space. So how has your approach been when it comes to beauty and academia or professionalism?
I always love
Yeah.
beauty. I always love dressing up. So I indicated that I used to work as a metallurgist, or in the I used to work in the mines,
Yeah.
gold mining company. And there you wear your PPE, you wear your boots, you wear your, probably that's the thing that told me that this is not
me.
here. Because when I decided, so yes, obviously I decided to go back to study because to solve the problem. But that was really such a burden. I'm like, oh no, I want to wear my dress. I want to wear my heels. So I want to put on my makeup. And I think there's also this misconception that, especially women in STEM-related disciplines, you cannot be, you know. So I do a lot of engagements with young women, especially girls in primary school, high school.
Yes.
And you should see me how I show up when I'm engaging with them.
Yeah.
I literally try to look like as I doll up, so I doll up for them so that they see that no, you don't have to be boring to be in STEM.
Yeah.
So it is really it's one of the myths, if I should say that it is not true. You can really show up. You don't have to lose who you are because you're an engineer, you know. Show up, and that is that. Most of the times people even think that even if you were to sit in boardrooms, now you must change because you're in a male-dominated environment. You must change, show up like your male counterpart, talk like your male counterpart, treat others like your male. Your authenticity comes as a woman. Show up like that.
Yeah.
That is what actually it makes all the difference. Because I think we are somehow designed differently as women. We are designed in such a way that we are empathetic. We are. So if you are in the STEM-related discipline, then you feel like, no, I cannot. No, this is it used to be me every day.
Yeah.
For today, I'm just here for the interview. but this is,
Yeah.
you should embrace that. You should embrace
Yes,
this
yes.
feminine side of us to say that, no, if really you feel like this whole week, I'm dressing up, I'm in my dress, I'm in my stilettos, do exactly that. There's nothing wrong about that. And I think slowly we'll begin to change this mindset. Young girls are saying that, I cannot be a scientist, I cannot be an engineer, because like no makeup, no whatever. No, there are times for that.
Yep.
And where you're like, okay, yes, I'm in my PPE, but there are also times to say, today I'm dressing up. So use those
Yes.
opportunity and dress up as many times as you can.
Thank you very much. I like that response. To say, don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to be whatever is expected of you to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
So remain authentic.
Yes.
That's what I picked up from that. And then in closing, Prof, while we still have you, what words of encouragement would you share with upcoming female scientists, engineers, or even learners who are considering pursuing a career within the STEM fields? I know you mentioned earlier that you do engage with primary and high schools. So for the sake of our viewers that are watching, who might be female, maybe women, and are listening to you, admiring your research journey, what would be an advice that you give to them?
So I will start with maybe an advice to the younger generation, the learners, to say that especially we are celebrating Women's Month this month, the girl child, to say that they are capable. They can be whatever they want to be. Not even, I was speaking to the primary schools during the National Science Week, and I was telling them that, guys, so it's like primary schools. I asked them that, do you even know that not even the sky is the limit? They said yes. I said, so do you know what professions is beyond the, so like, yes, astronaut. So, so I just want to say that not even the sky is the limit. And as a girl child, I have a boy, so even the boy child, that's just, they need to know that they can be anything that they want to be. And look, their background should not define whether they're going to end up. I started in an environment where my parents did not even have money to pay for my fees. But today, I am #1 University of the Land, a full professor here. You know, so really where you come from will not, it's not that rubber stamp to say you started here, this is where you're going to end. And also there's a saying that we do not decide where we are born, but I think your future, you can be the one that crafts that. And for the upcoming researchers and just to say that one thing that I think has been my weapon as on my journey of becoming is that excellence can actually be used as your defense. As women, especially in academia, women in so many other sectors, there are so many things that we are experiencing. There are so many, many things that we are experiencing. But if you are excellent, if you perfect your craft, you'll find that, even that is now used. Sometimes you don't have to fight with words. Let your work speak for you. So I think perfect your craft. Perfect your craft. Always raise your hand to serve. Someone is always watching. You might not see it, you might not know it, but one day someone can say, no, I know your work. I might not even know you. I know your work. I know you have impacted this and that. Can you raise your hand? I want you to serve here and there. Some of the opportunities are really unlocked in that manner, in us serving others.
Wow. No, thank you so much, Prof. I think we can all agree. There's been so many learnings with Prof's journey, how she grew up, where she comes from, the words of wisdom that he shares about being authentic, remain excellent, and try to be yourself as much as possible because there's only one you. So, Prof, thank you so much. And I hope that you will stay connected to us as we unpack more stories of our women in academia within the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching.